Do we get a green light? Hello, Sir Nigel.
Welcome to the Saturday morning Guitar Kernel studio here in South Melbourne.
In the park, and we just need to hit the good old Facebook button.
We need all the streams. We need all the streams for all of our wonderful subscribers, customers, and Patreon account holders.
Patreon.
What is going on with Patreon? Is that you're very, very hip?
We have a strange picture there. What's going on?
Multiple streams, but who knows?
We'll have a quick look at this.
Right, just a quick studio break, folks. We're going back to the producer in the control room to see if he can possibly get our backgrounds under control.
Oh, I see. Have a look at that. That's very interesting, isn't it?
Now, we've become the small part of the picture when, in fact, we should be the heroes of this show, not those...
Hero!
Who are those hairy vagabonds in the back of our picture today, Cool? Couple of blokes you know?
Couple of blokes we do. Oh, look at that.
Are they from Thornbury?
They look like they're from Thornbury.
They do.
I'm just going to hit go live on the good old-fashioned.
Excellent. Well, welcome back to the Guitar Kernel Studios. Here we are this morning, getting all the feeds sorted.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very excited about being here this morning because it promises to be a morning where we have selected the finest Telecasters in the store.
We have.
And we're going to play some of the finest tunes in the store, which is very exciting.
If you're having a look at the gig behind us on the wall, it's the Beatles, or the Beatles, as they say in France.
Ah, yes.
The Beatles.
I'm going to count that as probably the time machine gig I would do. If I had one ticket in the time machine, I would love to be at that gig. I think it marks the end of an era. They also play brilliantly. They all, Lennon has that beautiful guitar, which you have a fair old replica of in the store here, by the way.
I do have a good replica of that guitar hanging on the wall, an original 64. And the owner, and one day, it's from deceased estate. However, an old guy came in one day and he said, "That looks like my guitar."
No.
I said, "Really? No, it can't be." No. It is. I have a scrapbook on it, and I brought it out from England in 1971. Sure enough, he came back a few weeks later with the scrapbook, and it was his guitar. So, and he's the one that wiped the finish off the top of the guitar, cleaning it.
So it's about the only example in the world where I know where he hasn't made it worse by refinishing it.
That's it. Yeah,
because it was a very contemporary thing to do, to make your 335 or Casino look like John Lennon's.
It's come up very nicely. He's done a great job. I sent it down to Cargill's here in Melbourne, and
salute to Cargill's for fixing all the things.
Salute to you. And he said, "Hey, that's a pretty good job." So now what are you on there?
Well, I went straight to the. It doesn't, when you get a real vintage guitar, they don't always look mint. So that's why my appeal is I've got as many miles as this thing has. In fact, a fair few more, because this is 1974.
74, yeah.
With the special pickup in the front, which I normally don't like, but this one is fabulous.
That is a very good condition.
So how much
74.
What sort of price range is this?
Well, we've got 4.5 on that.
That's fair.
Probably in the zone for those.
That's fair, because you get a beautiful guitar with this, a very punchy humbucker.
They do not make a good version of that anymore, so you really need the original one.
And you get a traditional telly in the back, which is where you'd play all the twinkly bits. So
that's it.
Holds its tune. The tuners are fabulous. Now I don't know much about this, but I know there's mythology about these Fs on the back. So let's do a quick camera two. Show the detail of the Fenders that had the F on the neck plate. And the tuners, and switching to camera 2, roving camera. Let's have a look at those.
Look at that.
So you can see that the F where the serial number is, and
there we go. That's a good shot of it.
That's an important pice of being able to age a guitar, and whether it's got all the fakery going on.
It's definitely Chinese, that one. I mean, what am I talking about?
Yeah, look at
3-bolt plate.
Yep.
A lot of people have trouble with that.
Yep.
Can you flip that one over?
Right, let's have a look at the front, because it's actually a very characterful humbucker here.
Look at
What was
that.
that called? They wouldn't, I suppose, call it.
Wide-ranging
Yeah.
Fender humbucker.
Wow.
Made by Seth Lover. Is that correct? If people are watching,
Yep, we can get us back
please
on that.
tell me.
It's got the TV kind of dials. I love those. The channel controllers.
Yes.
That's definitely my favourite style.
Look at that.
And yep, it's been played. I'd say it's been gigged and
It's been gigged. Yeah.
it's got some
little bit.
life, but it's straight as a die.
Yes.
And this is not your fancy modern, relicking. This is the real deal. This
That's
is
real.
someone's arm has stood there and played this guitar at great
Strum
length.
the hell out of it. That's
It's not
real.
the biggest neck I've ever played in terms of baseball bats. It's
Mm.
nice in the middle here and got a little flat spot on the back for your thumb. So
Mm.
I think it's
Very
the most
nice, yeah.
beautiful Telecaster in the store.
And we've got Nigel going into a Dyson Tall Boy today. How about that?
That's the strangest and most beautiful clean sounding amp. I've never plugged it in, and here we are. What's the story of this thing?
Well, this is an Australian-made late 60s, early 70s, maybe
Yep.
69, 70 amp. There's no badging on this. It's fallen off at some point. So
Right.
it kind of has the golden, is it gold tone or golden tone? Knobs,
Yep.
decoration. But the actual cabinet looks like a Dyson Tall Boy, another Australian company. So I think, from what I understand, they both came out of the same factory at the same time. So
Right.
two companies bringing amps out of the same factory. So this looks like a bit of a hybrid, but
Hybrid of the two. That's fantastic. And I've got my spare guitar there. We'll talk about later on. So,
yeah.
and what have you got? You've
Oh,
got.
well, I've played this before. This is a custom shop Telecaster Pro.
Yep. Which is aged very beautifully. It has the crackling on the crackling that's a wonder to behold. Sounds beautiful. So, price range on one of those?
This is 3.3.
So yeah, these
3.3. But
these are the most expensive tellies in the store. Naturally, we've chosen them.
They are. They are.
Now, what's the difference? I've got a very square kind of
Yep.
bridged here. What's the story on yours?
So that's the original. That's the original bridge that you've got on that
Yep.
particular guitar, the original telly bridge. And what they've done here is they've made this a little bit more.
Sort of horseshoe shaped.
Yes, a bit more shallow, or the height's lower, so you don't constantly bang your hand on it,
Right.
which a lot of people sort of found as a problem. But
Yeah, this is quite a deep little bucket, this one.
should we have a listen to both of them?
Yeah, let's play something. Let's play some lovely chords, because I'm...
I'll tell you what, I'll show you, because we have the beautiful Beatles behind us.
Yes.
Let's do, I'll show you the progression to, and we have to say hello to some folks in a minute. we will say hello.
We do. So what are we going to start with today?
Let's go While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Oh
I was
my
doing
goodness.
this with the Geordie the other day and
I
drank
saw
beer.
it, and I'm already frightened, because that was a great show, and that was some epic
We
soloing.
have no recollection of it though.
No.
This is the problem
Thank-
with drink beer.
Thank goodness for the internet. You can go back. We were there. People saw us. We did do
Yes,
it.
yes, I know we did it, but well, let's have a look. This is kind of a cool one to jam out with your chums or a chum of some type.
Yep.
We're going to take an A minor. I'm going to put my my fourth finger, I'll be able to count, on the G.
Yep.
I'm going to go to a D. I'm going to put an F sharp in the bass. If you can wrap your thumb around.
Oh, I'm right up there.
Yep, F sharp.
I always feel like a real guitarist when I wrap my thumb around. It's like I get that Jimi Hendrix vibe, and I'm very happy.
Alright, so I'll just go over that. We've got A minor, G in the bass of the A minor, a D, F, A minor, G, D, E, and repeat.
Oh,
So
sorry.
A minor,
A minor.
G in the bass. That would look like A minor slash G.
Okay.
That's how Slash got his name.
D with an F in the bass.
An F sharp in the bass, so second fret. If you can't get it, just play a D. Alright. And then F. Then A minor. G. D, E. And then you do that again, A minor, D, F, A minor, G, C, E, A minor,
Colonel's going to be calling the chords out, folks, while he madly solos over that until I've got
Well, I'll
used
do
to
a
it.
quick bit of a solo, and then I'll show you some pentatonic tricks.
Magic over that.
Some magic.
Right.
So give me an A minor.
Right.
Put the G in the bass. And now it will be a D with an F sharp in the bass. And then an F. And then back to A minor. G. And then a D. E. Is that G in the bass? But that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, the G
I'll
in
show
the
you a
bass
trick.
section.
I'll show you what I like about, if you take that A minor pentatonic scale,
Which we all know
which
and love.
everybody knows and loves, you can add the F sharp into it, or the F. It's kind of because in the chord progression, A minor, G in the bass, D has the F sharp, and then it goes to an F. So you've got both of those notes that you can put in.
Right. So the lazy pentatonic player never needs to leave that scale for quite a while.
That's it. That answers the question I had last week of, will you guys stop talking and play?
Yeah.
So there you are, sir.
We
Excellent.
played in record time. Now let's see did anyone
see.
turn up online on the interwebs to hear this
We've got a few people. Michael Ray is on.
revelation.
Morning, Michael.
He's as reliable as a Swiss watch.
He is.
As reliable
He
as
is.
a Japanese-made Telecaster.
I see him in my dreams sometimes, and then I wake up and it's actually him
Oh, right.
standing over me.
You'd like
Les Paul Gibson is on. as
He's
always.
very disappointed today for
Like that.
Telecasters. Sorry, Les Paul.
Sorry, Les. Mark Teague, I note the shop has been selling all the guitars I drooled over when I
Yes.
visited. Albert Lee, yes, we sold that. The PRS NF3 went
Oh my goodness.
as well.
We play them, they sell. That's the
Buy
that's
guitars.
the thing. So
Correct, Wide Range by Seth. Yes, that's the Wide Range
Beautiful.
humbucker. Roy Patton is on. G'day, Roy. We'll like that one. And Sam Power is on. G'day.
great.
How are
Welcome,
you?
Sam. I think the temptation with this, I would polish this.
Right, yes.
Even
it is
though I
tempting.
understand I've watched 1,000 episodes of Antiques Roadshow, it's not what you do with your old things that have character.
Yes.
But this has just been, it's got slightly bogus. I think it'll look great polished. But what do you recommend, Colonel?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
That's
do
what
it.
the experts say.
If you have an old guitar, well, unless it's completely filthy,
Right.
then I wouldn't do it. But
There's rust from sweat in here, and there's like, this thing tells 1,000 stories.
and look, and don't refinish your guitar either.
Yeah.
Don't refinish your guitar because it devalues the guitar. No matter how banged up it is, it's better off in this day and age. People want banged up guitars.
Yeah.
Now, folks, if you've tuned in, we've restructured the show. Well,
actually gonna
sort
play.
of. We're going to play some tunes, but bits of tunes, because we can't play the full tune. because they'll take us off air.
Yeah, we've had enough of the squids from YouTube and Facebook knocking us off air. We're going to have to actually play. We have to actually play something. So I thought I get this request all the time. It's like, play some Beatles, play some Beatles. So we can do some Beatles. Let It Be. Let It Be. Okay.
The Let It Be solo. But we're going to have a look at the Let It Be chords, which is not too bad. It's pretty makeable. Should we have a look at Twitch and YouTube?
See
very quickly.
And I'll see if I can remember those chords.
We got a couple of people on YouTube. Hi YouTube. And Twitch. I can't see, to be honest, but I'm sure there's a million people there. All right, so let's have a look at. Yeah, that's While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Let's do Let It Be.
Okay.
All right, we've got a C, G, A minor, F. Now I'm gonna simplify this a little bit. C, G, F, E minor, D minor, C. Now let's do the simple version. Let's do a simple version, which you can do.
Well, it has to be simple for me. I think that is, our niche is the master and the apprentice. It is the master being forced to simplify it for the apprentice.
I think it's not. It's actually, you are more than capable of doing all of this, Sir Nigel, because I believe in you. When I found you out in the alley, destitute and alone,
that's right,
crying.
Well, it's the residue. It's the residue of the drugs.
$10 latte that they sell around here. Come in, sir. I'll help you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it down to open chords. That's what I want to do, right? So it's a G. G.
Was a C and then
C. Sorry.
He's
the
testing
master
me.
and the apprentice.
He's testing me.
G. A minor. F. C, G, F, boom, boom, C. You play it again. C, G, A minor, F, G, C, G, F to C. C, doubles up, G, A minor, F, yep, that's it, C again. The A minor to the F, F, C. So let's try that to a backing track, just the rhythm, and then we'll do it again, and I'm going to put the solo over. And of course, plug, 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 it's plug time.
It is, the magic time.
If you want a note-for-note transcription of these solos, I'll try and play it correct. Now I'm putting myself under pressure. Go to patreon.com/guitarkernel.
We may have to explain what Patreon is to our audience.
We'll come back and explain it. We'll do it later.
It's a magic thing that allows you your own virtual kernel.
You have a virtual kernel.
You could be sitting in this seat with the kernel. And
it's warm and toasty.
It's magic. It's magic of the internet. And you wouldn't have to brave a cold South Melbourne Saturday morning either to get here early.
Cold. It's very cold. Let's have a look. I think this is it.
It's wonderful.
I'll call out the chords.
Thank goodness for the kernel calling out the chords. Play along with us, folks.
I'll call out those in a minute. So it'll be C, G, A minor, F, C, G, F, C,
Sorted.
First part sorted. Feeling good?
And it's really funny that the moment there's
It's a lovely shot.
backing track on, that chord progression is incredibly logical.
Yeah.
And it's quite often the problem when you pick up a tab off the internet, even though you know the song, the coldness of having to play the chords, very off-putting. Get a beat going,
Get a beat.
a little bit of a backing track.
There's so many cool backing tracks out there at the moment. So if you're wondering what the, what's the guy that played the keyboard? Billy Preston? Billy Preston?
The whirly, hurly, early.
Yeah, if you're wondering what he's doing, it's this. It's F, E minor, D minor, C, B flat, A minor, G, F, C. So it's
Gorgeous progression.
sweet. That's sweet, hey. All right.
Right.
Folks, now
So that's part one. I
that's
feel
part
there's
one.
another part coming.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Rhythm for you,
Yes.
lead for me. Let's give it a whirl and see how we go.
Okay.
Well, I'll play the Billy.
We're
I'll
going
play
back,
the Billy
we're going
part
back
as
to
well.
part one again, thank goodness. Now I'm lost. Part two.
That was pretty good.
That'll do.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let it
so
be.
Nigel,
Let
hello.
it be.
That was kind of cool. That sounded pretty cool. That's a lovely sounding guitar.
Oh, and look, I'm so impressed with it. You've set it up beautifully too, by the way. Just like, wow.
Just like butter, as the Geordie would say.
The notes are falling off it.
I might do a guitar swap
Is it that
live
time?
here.
It is time for that.
Guitar swap, folks.
I'm
It's
gonna put
Tele
away-
Saturday.
So I'm going to put away the very expensive one, and I'm going to go.
Another very expensive one.
Yep, that's how I roll, baby. That's how we do it. I just have.
This is how we do it,
It's
baby.
like my wife. She has a sixth sense. It's called find the most expensive thing in the shop.
Yes.
And I've learned from her after 30 years of marriage. I'm able to do it as well now. She can find the most expensive kitchen tiles in the shop just
Yes.
by looking at them. The
Yes.
most expensive shoes in the shop
Yes.
just by looking.
They're amazing.
It's a
They're amazing
superpower.
creatures.
And so I'm learning that power, and I've now got it for guitars because I think
I think that's a bit. Is that you? Oh, there we go.
me, I'm humming
There
a
we
bit.
go.
So yeah, I've just this appealed to me because of the vanity of having a beautiful white fretboard. Like here,
That's an American
Pickguard.
standard Telecaster. We'll have a look at that in just one moment.
We may have to adjust the lighting in the studio. This thing is so gorgeously bright.
Gorgeously bright, yeah. I always get that fear whenever Lily says, you know, let's go out.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. Let's go to, I've been going out to Eastland lately.
Okay. What's that? Is that a country?
That's a, well, when you get there, it does seem like a country all of its own. But
Wow.
it's out Ringwood Way. It's a massive shopping centre, but it's kind of, there's not a lot of people there. So it's not like going to Chadston, which is pretty
Pretty
horrendous.
hard work.
But,
isn't it?
folks, let's switch cameras and have a look at what Sir Nigel has
Yeah.
got.
I need to go shopping after this. Actually, that's my mission. Is a bit of shopping because I need some shoes.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Let's have a look at Sir Nigel's shoes.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Adidas,
Time for a new pair.
Come on, that's a year old. And
If
I
you
can't.
have some suggestions, please let us know.
No, I'm most curious on this one about this. Is the most beautiful. It's like a work of art on its own. What's going on with?
Well, they're the
that?
that's the modern saddles they had for the Telecaster Standard,
Yep.
American Standard in that period. This is an 05.
Yep.
I think they're still doing. Oh, they're called professionals now. Is that right? Someone will correct me.
It is.
No, no side no sides on the ashtray plate
none
here.
at all. It's no longer an ashtray.
On the
in
bridge.
Fact, it's a bookshelf.
It's a bookshelf. It is.
Chromium plated almost everything. And I was reading
Beautiful
this week,
grain on that.
you know, as I do about guitars, and
That wood grain.
the switching between the nickel plating to chromium plating that's a very telling. Is this a vintage or is this not a vintage guitar?
Ooh.
Well,
Beautiful maple neck.
So this is as good as new from what I can see.
Pretty much,
Frets
yeah.
are
It's
in
in great nick.
And you being a New Zealander, it's got a great neck. It has got a great neck, mate. It's like it's a very playable neck. And
Beautiful neck there on that one.
It's in good nick.
Nigel, play a beautiful chord on that thing.
So let's go back to what we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's very sparkly, I have to say. Really sparkly. Wow.
It's very nice.
I have to turn it down. It's quite a very high output front pickup, that one. I'll see what the back one sounds like. Wow, that's classic. That's demanding really scale. And the volume up a little bit.
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
That needed to come out.
Wow. Actually, it's probably sacrilege, but I quite like the middle position on this, of those two. With a lot more bass in it, and
a good mix, a very good mix.
I'll just put my eyes back in their sockets, having played that back pickup.
Boom!
Yeah,
boom.
wow, that was sharp.
Now, so Nigel, I also had a request this week for some chili peppers.
Oh.
Chili peppers, Californication. Someone wrote in. They said, "Dear Colonel, if you don't play Californication, I will something."
They will not subscribe to us on Patreon if they don't play.
I understand that. So I'm going to quickly go over the solo part.
Okay.
So I think if you don't know the song, it's. If you would like to know how to play that, it's really just an A minor to an F. That's it.
This guitar sounds
That's very
fabulous.
nice. It's very sweet.
How much is this one?
It's $100. No, it's 1,500 we've got on that.
That'd be the sort of guitar you just walk in and just buy. Just go, no, I don't even need to play it. It's that good.
Are you ready for some studio magic?
Yes, please.
We leave the Beatles. We say goodbye, Beatles, and we switch.
So we go from the gig I would go to in a time machine to a bunch of tattooed punks from the west coast of the United States.
My goodness. Chili peppers with John Frusciante. I hope I said that correct.
Wow, this is the sound of an era, though, and I think if there's, we've had a little critique from the younger audience that we don't play enough 90s.
Yes, yes.
We have
is this 90s? Is it? Oh, I think it's like 98. Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely.
We have been caught in the classic 70s, 60s for a while. So this is exciting.
We're bringing it modern.
This is for the kids.
This is only 20 years old, everyone.
Yeah, we're doing this for the kids.
Now, so Nigel, I'm going to show you the chords for the solo part. Okay.
Yeah.
Which most people won't have a crack at with the chords. They might try the solo, but I will show you the chords. It's an F sharp minor.
Which is an interesting coincidence, isn't it? Because we just had an F sharp.
We did. No middle finger on that, so. I think it just goes to a B. That's it.
Wow, this guitar sounds amazing.
It's very nice. It's Very nice. Okay, so it's, sorry, it goes to a D. To a D. Back from, let me just blow this sucker up.
Right.
La da da. Back to here. To a D. Then a B minor. D. D.
The other D.
The other D.
Yeah.
The white meat. Don't need too much of the dark. A to E. So that section there is, so the timing of it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and change, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and change, 2, 3, and 1, 2, it'll be 2 B minors,
B minor.
D, A, whoop, E. Yep, and then back to F sharp 1. Now B minor for 2, D for 2, A, and you repeat that 3 times. One more time. And then back to the
it's dark.
It is quite dark. Have you ever read his? I've read a bit of his book. I couldn't get through it. It was kind of. It's not a great read, to be honest.
Anthony Kiedis.
Anthony Kiedis, yeah.
Look, those West Coast bands, although they're iconic in their sound, I will never recover from reading Let It Bleed, which is, you know, Slash and Co.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's a bad one.
Far out. There's nothing redeeming about their human behaviour.
Yes. Have you read the The Dirt by Motley Crue?
No.
I highly recommend The Dirt, and Keith Richards' book's fantastic, but the Anthony Kiedis book, it's not much good.
Dave Grohl's book, This Is a Call, thoroughly recommend that. That is one of my management guidebooks actually in my day job.
All right. Well.
He talks a lot about how having to manage the Foos and grow up and kind of be the leader of the Foos and what all the mistakes he made. They're exactly the same mistakes managers make about clarity of roles in the band and who's fired and who's not when it comes to drummers, for example. I've taken a lot of inspiration from that book. Like, yeah, because work these days, you know, it's a bunch of creative people trying to hold it together while they do exactly the same thing every day.
And you may have, at some stage, can we talk about this, your own book one day down the line?
There's a book coming. So this is my retirement plan, apart from, you know, begging for a job here. It'll be writing my book.
Job for life here, sir.
Indeed. I'm a chapter in. It's called Agile is the Last Thing You Need. It's a cheeky little link bait title. I've learned about the internet from you and how you do those link bait things.
You forgot one word in the title.
Yeah.
Porn.
Is the
and then through they come.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my plan, and learn to play guitar properly and more practice time.
Cool. Well, let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look on the Facebook. See who's there. We have new comments. What have we got?
And then we're going to do some mad solos.
Adam Anthony. We got some thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Stuart Allen. Hey guys from Tasmania. I'm a Telly guy. Hello, Telly
well,
guy.
have we got a deal for you?
Today is Telly Saturday.
Yeah.
We're very happy here. Bonjour, Anthony from Quebec. Hello.
The Daily Telegraph.
Oscar Yanez is on, an artist.
Except
friend of mine.
But on the other hand, no, we won't be racist, so it can't be the Daily Telegraph.
Oh, was it the Daily Telly that did the Serena picture, or was it the Herald Sun?
Oh no, it's the Herald Sun, but they're cousins, you know.
What was your? Let's talk about that, because what was your thought on that?
Oh God, it's
not great.
I tell you, the line in the sand is an incredibly difficult line because it moves, and a lot of people want to live by a rules-based society where, well, you tell me where the line is. You tell me what's racist and not racist. You tell me what's an observation. You tell me what's a racist statement. Actually, no, you have to learn to be sensitive to where the line is. You got to understand the context. You got to understand where the world's at today. You got to adjust that over time, and what we have is people who don't. They go, no, I live by my principles, by my rules. It's racist or it's not. It's a 1 or a 0. You IT people would understand that.
Binary.
1s and 0s. Here's your clue, people. It's not binary. It's a grey scale. It's analog, like these guitars. This isn't a 1 and a 0. There's tones and subtones. So
there you have it.
There you go.
You heard it here first.
Live life like a Telecaster.
I did think that
that's just my opinion.
Picture that he drew tended to look. Have you ever seen any of the really early Merry Melodies cartoons?
Absolutely, yeah.
There's some racial stereotypes going on in there.
No question. No question.
It looked a little bit like one of those old drawings, but
little like,
a lot like.
I know, but I mean we're all complex human beings. Our memory and our creativity is made up of all the things we've heard and listened. I've spent the week, at the encouragement of my young Tammy, writing a song. Right. So I had the boys around last Sunday to finish the rhythm, and I have agonised over songwriting. I mean, I write for a living. I can shoot you out 1,500 words that are publishable in a newspaper in 20 minutes. Do you think I can write 2 verses and a chorus? It's actually a different thing. Very, very hard. Anyway, so classic. You absorb what you've done, right? So I agonise, write it 5 times, get Tammy on the text going, this is so hard, tell me all your secrets. And I finally finish it, and I realise I've written someone else's song. I basically ripped off What I Like About You.
Oh.
Was it the Lars, or who's that one? What I Like About You.
The Romantics.
The Romantics. So 4 hours of songwriting, and all I come up with was something that was already in my brain, planted 15 years ago. So that's where creative stuff like that cartoon comes from.
I got
Let's
a
get
tip
back to
for
guitars,
you.
Colonel. Come on.
Pickup truck and a dog and a dusty road.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You just get in your truck, put your dog in the back, drive down the road. You'll come up with something.
And the song will just pop out.
That's it. That's country music. Whoop, sorry, folks. Grigoriev Artem. That's that
oh my God.
Geordie gentleman again. Sounds nice. Turn the maple neck one up a bit.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the feedback.
Which maple neck, sir?
Surely me. Surely me.
Paul James Noonan. Hello. Michael
DJ.
Ray. I can highly recommend signing up for the Colonel's Patreon subscription. Hello.
Michael is a saint.
I paid him off.
Yeah.
The years of payments are starting to click through.
That's
Thank
good.
you, Michael. Well, that's very nice.
Then you don't
You're on.
Actually, you don't have to suffer through us on a Saturday morning. You just go straight to the Patreon account and actually get the good video instead of watching me struggle trying to follow the Colonel.
No. Mark Teague says, Flea attended the same high school as my wife. Now, did you know he's from Melbourne? The Flea.
Okay, no, you're confusing me. He surely can't be. Seriously?
He certainly is. Yes, he was born in, I think it's out in the eastern suburbs he's from. Is that right, Mark Teague?
That's pretty weird because...
His parents were diplomats.
Because the bass player for the Foos, the big guy, is an Australian as well.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
So, bass playing Australians becoming famous on West Coast bands. There's a pattern in this data. What does this mean with my bass playing son? Am I going to lose him to a grunge drug band in California at some stage?
We can only hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a look at it. F sharp. We're doing the solo to Californication.
Pardon me while I turn up my guitar, which the viewers did request.
That sounds good.
Lots of bass in there. Now you're playing a proper chord, aren't you?
Yes, I am, folks. I'm not power recording. No power chords. To D, 2, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3, 4, and here, 2. Now the next one just has 2 each. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then back to the F sharp for 4. That's it. Do it again. B minor, 2 each, D, A, B, and again, and it just repeats that whole section. And one more time. Sorry, I may have played that wrong. All right. let's try the chords to a backing track.
Yeah.
And then we'll do what we did before. We'll put the solo over it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've lost my D this morning. I'm hitting the wrong D.
You know what, the D, this is, the D and the C in open position. It's one of those chord shapes that if you just mishit this one note,
it sounds awful. It is just truly
the same with the C. If you miss this one and hit this one, but that'd be kind of interesting if you. This is your song, right? So there you put it together.
Call it the wrong song.
Wrong song. I just wrote
wrong.
one. Oh no! Okay. Let's go and get a nice little backing track here, folks.
This is a great song.
This is kind of cool. If you would like to find this note
if you'd
for
like
note,
a personal lesson on this, you'd need to sign up for a Patreon account, which is super simple, folks. Just get the app, sign in.
Come on in, folks.
$5 a month, and like I'll tell you what, a lesson here is $35 for half an hour. So getting hold of the kernel for $5 a month for a few extra tracks, and I believe you've invited people to request.
I have. If you would like a particular song played or a solo, Michael Ray, the Boss Gags, sent him bananas.
Oh.
So now he sent
anything but Boss Gags.
Well, no, he's gone crazy. He's like, I want the whole Silk Degrees album. And he subscribes to me as well. So I kind of have to do it. I got to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's have a listen here. All right, now hold on, folks. All right, you ready? So F sharp minor, D, B minor, D, A, E, and F sharp minor, D, again, and B minor, D, E, again, again, you ready?
What a lovely combination of chords.
Isn't it? Yeah, he's a great songwriter. Well, the guitar player, I think, is the main musical
I like the way
force.
they've got a very beautiful chord set, and it's quite a violent vocal. That's a great way to write a song. I've got a violent chord set, and it doesn't work with a shouty vocal. My song is punk.
You need to go up to the Park Street Towers and hang out a bit.
Absolutely.
Get all violent.
I had the Geordie come round and at one stage help me with the solo. That was quite interesting.
He's a solo machine.
He
I didn't even think he can play a chord, but boy, can he solo.
I don't think he knows the open chords at all.
He's a solo machine. You feeling good?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to add that solo in, and then I think we got to roll. I think it's 10 o'clock. Here we go. So F sharp minor to D. Again, same again. Now B minor D. And the B minor. Dude, that was pretty awesome.
It sounded good. Tell us what you're doing on the solo. I was out the corner of my eye going, he's pentatonicking a bit.
It's a little, it's probably, if you want to know,
I think
you can go to
Patreon.
You got to go to patreon.com. How about that for a little hook? It's like, tell us what you do. You know, no.
Sorry.
No.
I'd like to introduce you to our new star, the guitar pirate. He is holding you to ransom. You can't have that.
If you want to know
Yes.
what I just played, you got to go to Patreon.
30 pieces of silver.
Well, thank you for coming in, Nigel.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for letting us
It's,
play the
no.
most magnificent Telecasters in the store.
No
Let's
worries.
just look at what I
Yeah.
chose.
Let's go.
I
Oh, this
chose
is the
Two
this
quite contrasting ones. I
Go
chose
the
a
promo shot.
genuine vintage 74.
Yes.
My brother was born in 74. Let's make a
that
nice
right?
Christmas present for him.
I didn't know he was that young.
Yeah, he's a youngster.
Wow.
Just new, well, much
05, well, compared
well,
to
05,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
05. Very, very special wood it's made of, and super clean player. What did you choose?
I've got a Hotrod Telly, American,
Yeah.
and I've got a custom shop Telecaster Pro.
Right, so your hot rod's a bit like my 74 vintage.
This is an attempt to create that, but that's a
Yeah,
better guitar.
that's
Of course, it's a different price point.
It's
so.
a real deal. What's that one worth?
There's two something.
Yeah,
two.
as opposed to 3 something and a lot older.
Yeah, and this is 3 something as well. So, thanks, guys. I did promise a viewer that I was going to do the solo to something by the Beatles, and I have done it. If you go to patreon.com, you'll see it.
Yep.
Note for note. So
Something in the way she moves.
something in the way she moves. It's up there. So
Yeah.
I'll put the chords up as well. It's a bit difficult, but thank you, guys. Thank you, Sir
Ciao.
Nigel.
Thanks all. See you next week.
Ciao. Bye, everybody.
I'm just going to play that out.
Oh, yeah. Stop recording. Stop.